There are moments when everything feels heavy, when the weight of the world seems too much to bear. You feel tired, overwhelmed, and perhaps even lost. But in those very moments, something incredible can happen. If you allow it, the weight of the world can become the weight of your purpose. You can choose to carry it, knowing that every ounce of struggle is taking you closer to something greater than yourself. And though it might not be easy, it will always be worth it. It's easy to feel defeated when things don't go according to plan. It's easy to let failure define you, to let the setbacks and disappointments convince you that you're not capable of more. But the truth is, the greatest moments of growth are often hidden in the struggle. Success doesn't come from avoiding challenges, it comes from learning to rise each time you fall. It comes from refusing to let your failures define you and instead using them as the fuel to propel you forward. In life, there will always be challenges. There will always be obstacles that seem insurmountable. And there will be times when you feel like you've given all you have and it's still not enough. But the reality is, what you do in those moments matters more than anything. It's easy to succeed when everything is going right, but it's in the difficult times, the moments when your strength is tested, when your commitment to your purpose is questioned, that your true character is built. The most successful individuals are those who, when faced with adversity, don't turn away. They don't shrink back in fear. Instead, they embrace the challenge with unwavering determination. They understand that it's not the adversity that defines them, but how they respond to it. They know that the obstacles in front of them are simply stepping stones, and that every challenge they overcome makes them stronger, wiser, and more capable. There is a power in persistence that cannot be underestimated. The people who achieve greatness are not the ones who give up after one or two failures. They're the ones who refuse to quit, who continue moving forward even when the path is unclear. The road to success is rarely straight. There will be detours, roadblocks, and forks in the road where you'll question your direction. But in those moments when everything feels uncertain, that's when you must remind yourself of your purpose. You must remember why you started this journey in the first place. When you keep your why clear and true, no obstacle will be big enough to stop you. You might not always see the results immediately. You might not always know exactly where the next step will take you, but remember that every step you take is part of the journey. It's part of the process that will eventually lead you to the place you were meant to be. There is power in showing up, in putting in the effort, and in continuing to move forward no matter how small the steps may seem. Even on the days when progress feels slow, you are moving closer to your goal. The key is to keep going, to stay committed to your path, and to never lose sight of the vision that's guiding you. It's also important to remember that you're not alone in this journey. While each of us has our own personal path to walk, we are all part of something bigger. We all share the human experience of struggle, growth, and triumph. The people around you, the team you lead, and even those you have yet to meet, they all have their own battles to fight. And just as your journey impacts you, your actions, your choices, and your persistence will impact those around you. The way you show up every day, the way you handle adversity, and the way you carry your purpose with you, it all influences others. Your strength can be a beacon for those who are struggling. Your determination can inspire someone else to keep moving forward when they feel like giving up. The true power of leadership is in the ability to lift others as you rise. It's in the understanding that your success is not just about what you accomplish for yourself, but also about how you help others along the way. When you lead by example, when you show others the strength it takes to keep moving forward, you create a ripple effect that can transform lives. You may never know the full extent of your influence, but know that your actions, your commitment, and your persistence are shaping the world around you in ways you can't always see. Remember that greatness is not defined by the end result, it's defined by the process. It's in the choices you make every day to show up, to give your best, and to keep moving forward even when the path is difficult. The world will tell you to take shortcuts, to quit when things get tough, to settle for less. But the most successful people, the ones who achieve true greatness, are those who refuse to take the easy way out. They are the ones who choose to embrace the struggle, to face the challenges head on, and to continue the journey, no matter how long it takes. So take a deep breath. Keep your focus clear. Know that the work you're doing is meaningful, even on the days when it doesn't feel like it. Trust that your efforts are building something greater, something that will not only change your life, but will leave an impact on the world around you. Keep pushing forward, even when the road ahead seems unclear. The challenges you face today will be the stories of your strength tomorrow. And in the end, it will be those stories, the moments of persistence, resilience, and triumph that define you. Every day, make the decision to rise, to move forward, to never let the obstacles stop you. Keep moving, keep believing, and keep your eyes on the bigger picture because when you know your why, when you understand your purpose, nothing can stand in your way. When you have a clear sense of purpose, you possess an internal compass that guides you through life's toughest moments. It's easy to get lost in the daily grind, caught up in tasks that seem endless and feel overwhelmed by obstacles that appear insurmountable. But when you know your deeper why, everything changes. Purpose transforms mundane activities into meaningful actions and challenges into stepping stones. Purpose is the foundation upon which perseverance is built. It's the force that compels you to continue even when the road is steep and your energy is drained. Think about it for a moment. When you're doing something that aligns with your deepest values, the sense of satisfaction and fulfillment makes it all worth it, no matter how difficult the task might seem. But without this sense of direction, it's easy to become disillusioned. You might question why you're putting in the effort or wonder if it's even worth it. When you don't have a clear understanding of why you're doing something, the smallest setbacks can feel like insurmountable roadblocks. Knowing your why gives you the strength to push through these times. It serves as a reminder that your actions are part of something greater than yourself. It's a powerful motivator because it connects you to a larger purpose, whether that's making a difference in the lives of others, creating something meaningful, or fulfilling a personal dream. This connection is what fuels your commitment to the journey, even when success seems distant. Imagine waking up every day and knowing exactly why you're doing what you do. Whether you're tackling a challenging project, working towards a personal goal, or facing a tough decision, when your actions are driven by purpose, you have a deeper well of strength to draw from. Purpose isn't just a goal you reach for, it's the energy that sustains you throughout the process. It keeps you going when motivation wanes, when the excitement of starting something new fades, and when obstacles try to derail you. When you know your purpose, it's easier to see the bigger picture. You begin to understand that the challenges you face aren't setbacks, but opportunities for growth. You start to reframe struggles as part of the journey, not as reasons to quit. For instance, a project that seems to be failing can be seen not as a failure, but as a learning experience. A tough conversation with a colleague or a mentor becomes an opportunity to build relationships and grow emotionally. Every setback can be viewed as a stepping stone toward achieving something bigger. Having a clear why also helps you navigate moments of uncertainty. In life, things rarely go as planned. There will be times when your path seems unclear, when decisions feel more like risks, and when you question whether it's all worth it. But in these moments, the power of purpose provides clarity. Your why acts as a guiding light, helping you make decisions, stay focused, and avoid distraction. It reminds you that even though the immediate outcome may not be clear, the journey itself has meaning. Purpose doesn't make the hard times go away, but it does give you the resilience to face them. It reminds you that what you're doing is worth the struggle, worth the sacrifice, and worth the effort. It keeps you committed even when everything else seems to be working against you. And as you continue to move forward, propelled by purpose, you'll find that the challenges you face become more manageable and the rewards even sweeter. Challenges and setbacks are often viewed as roadblocks, as things that stand between you and your success. It's easy to feel defeated when things aren't going your way, and it's natural to want to avoid difficult situations. However, what if we change the way we see these struggles? What if we began to view them not as obstacles, but as opportunities? Opportunities for growth, for learning, for becoming stronger and more resilient. The truth is that life is filled with ups and downs. No one is exempt from facing adversity, whether it's a personal struggle, a professional setback, or an unexpected challenge. We all encounter moments when things seem difficult, even impossible. But it's precisely in these moments that the greatest growth occurs. The struggle itself is the process that shapes us, that molds us into something more capable, more insightful, and more prepared for the next phase of our journey. When things go wrong, when we face challenges, it's easy to feel like we're being tested, and in many ways we are. But rather than viewing these tests as unfair or frustrating, we can choose to see them as opportunities to develop new strengths. Every setback teaches us something. Every failure has a lesson hidden within it. If we approach these moments with an open mind, willing to learn from the situation, we can extract value from even the most difficult experiences. In the face of adversity, we are forced to adapt. We are forced to stretch beyond our comfort zones and develop new skills. Whether it's perseverance, patience, or creative problem solving, the struggles we encounter teach us lessons we could never have learned in the absence of difficulty. Without the challenges, we would not know how strong we are. Without the setbacks, we would never understand the true depth of our resilience. Consider the greatest achievers, the people who have reached the pinnacle of success. More often than not, their success didn't come easily. They faced failure after failure, rejection after rejection, setback after setback. But what set them apart wasn't that they were immune to struggle, it was that they embraced it. They understood that failure was not the end, but a necessary part of the process. Every failed attempt was an opportunity to refine their approach, to learn something new, and to improve. Think of an athlete training for a big competition. Every muscle ache, every injury, every hour spent in the gym is a struggle. But it is this very struggle that makes them stronger. They don't see the pain as an obstacle to their success. They see it as part of the process that will ultimately prepare them for the challenge ahead. Without that struggle, they wouldn't be able to compete at the highest level. It is the adversity they face in their training that allows them to rise to the occasion when it counts. Similarly, in our own lives, the moments of hardship are what prepare us for the future. When we face difficulties, we have a choice. We can either give up and retreat, or we can choose to lean into the struggle, knowing that on the other side, we will be better for it. There's a deep sense of satisfaction that comes from overcoming something that once seemed impossible. It's the sense of growth, of progress, and of knowing that you've become stronger because you didn't quit. Moreover, the struggle teaches us the importance of resilience. It's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get back up. Life is about bouncing back from adversity. The more you experience struggle and learn to navigate through it, the more resilient you become. Resilience doesn't come from a life of ease. It comes from surviving and thriving in the face of difficulty. And once you've built that resilience, you carry it with you into every future challenge. The struggle also teaches us humility. It's easy to become complacent when things are going well, but when the road gets tough, we are reminded that success is not guaranteed. We are reminded that we are human, and part of being human is encountering challenges. Embracing the struggle means accepting that we don't have all the answers and that there's always something to learn. Each challenge is an opportunity to humble ourselves and grow wiser in the process. The next time you face a challenge, don't see it as something that's standing in your way. Instead, recognize it as an opportunity to grow. See it as a chance to refine your skills, to strengthen your resolve, and to become a more resilient version of yourself. The struggle is not your enemy, it is your teacher. Embrace it, learn from it, and allow it to shape you into the person you're meant to become. Success is rarely a result of a single monumental effort. It's not about waiting for that one big break or hoping for a miracle to push you across the finish line. Instead, success is built on small, consistent actions taken day after day. These actions might seem insignificant at the time, and progress may be barely noticeable, but they compound over time to create something truly remarkable. The key to achieving your goals, no matter how big or small, is persistence. It's easy to get discouraged when results aren't immediate. In today's world, we've become accustomed to instant gratification. We expect quick results, whether it's in our personal lives, careers, or even the way we consume information. But true success doesn't work that way. It requires patience, resilience, and above all, the ability to keep moving forward even when it feels like nothing is changing. Persistence is what allows you to keep showing up, even when the work feels repetitive or when the rewards seem distant. The journey toward success is not a straight line, and it's rarely as simple as we imagine it to be. There will be days when it feels like your efforts are going unnoticed, when the challenges seem too overwhelming, or when the payoff feels too far off. But it's on those days, the days when progress is least visible, that persistence becomes your most powerful ally. The small, consistent actions you take every day may not yield immediate, visible results, but they're laying the foundation for something bigger. Think about building a house. Each brick laid doesn't seem to create much of a change at first. It's just one brick at a time over and over again. But after enough time, that steady work builds a solid structure, a home that stands tall. Success works in much the same way. Every task, every effort, no matter how small, contributes to the bigger picture. Each action you take builds the momentum you need to achieve something significant. There's an incredible power in consistency. Doesn't matter if you take small steps every day, as long as you're moving forward. Over time, these steps add up. Whether you're working toward personal goals, building a business, or improving a skill, the key is to keep showing up, even when the results aren't immediately visible. This is where true progress lies, not in the big dramatic moments, but in the quiet, consistent effort that pushes you forward inch by inch. Consider the story of someone training for a marathon. They don't wake up one day and run 26 miles without any preparation. It takes months of training, of running shorter distances and gradually building stamina. On any given day, the progress may not feel significant, but over time, the small steps add up to something much greater. Each day of training builds strength, endurance, and resilience. By showing up consistently, they're steadily moving toward their goal, even when it feels like progress is slow. It's important to remember that the path to success isn't always going to be easy. There will be challenges, setbacks, and times when you'll question whether it's worth it. But persistence is about pushing through those tough moments. It's about continuing to take action even when the finish line seems far off. It's about refusing to give up even when results aren't showing up as quickly as you'd like. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by waiting for everything to align perfectly or by hoping for quick wins. They got there because they stayed persistent. They kept working day in and day out, believing that their small efforts would eventually lead to something bigger. And they were right. Success comes to those who refuse to quit, who understand that the work they put in today will pay off tomorrow, even if they can't see it yet. Persistence is also about maintaining your commitment, even when things get tough. When life throws you off course, when things don't go as planned, it's easy to want to throw in the towel. But this is where the true power of persistence shines. It's about staying committed to your purpose and continuing to show up, even when the path ahead is uncertain. It's about knowing that, though the results may not be visible yet, each step you take brings you closer to your goal. And sometimes persistence means embracing the process itself. It's about finding value in the effort, in the journey, rather than just in the end result. When you focus too much on the outcome, it can feel like a constant race with no finish line. But when you learn to appreciate the small victories along the way, when you celebrate the process of growth and progress, it becomes easier to persist. You begin to understand that success isn't just about reaching the destination, it's about who you become along the way. The beauty of persistence is that it's something within your control. You don't need extraordinary talent, wealth, or luck to be persistent. All you need is a commitment to show up day after day and keep putting in the effort, no matter what. It's the small, consistent actions you take today that will eventually lead to the success you desire. The road may be long and the journey may be difficult, but if you keep moving forward, you will get there. The key is to keep showing up, keep doing the work, and trust that over time, the results will follow. True leadership is not about titles, positions, or accolades. It's about the influence you have on others, the way you inspire them through your actions, and the example you set every single day. Leadership is not just about what you say, it's about what you do. Words can motivate and encourage, but it's through your behavior, your resilience, and your ability to persevere that you truly lead others. In times of adversity, leadership is truly tested. It's easy to be a leader when things are going smoothly, when success is within reach, and when everyone around you is motivated and performing well. But when the going gets tough, that's when leadership really matters. When obstacles arise, when challenges feel insurmountable, and when others may be tempted to give up, it's in these moments that your actions will speak louder than anything you could say. When you choose to persevere through difficulties, you demonstrate to those around you that challenges are not roadblocks, but opportunities for growth. You show them that struggles are not reasons to quit, but moments to build strength and character. By continuing to move forward, even when the journey seems uncertain, you set the standard for how others should approach their own challenges. Leadership through example means showing up every day, even on the days when you feel like you have nothing left to give. It means being the one who stays calm in the face of chaos, who maintains a positive attitude even when things aren't going according to plan, and who continues to push forward when others might want to give up. When you act with determination and purpose, when you refuse to back down in the face of adversity, you not only inspire confidence in your team, but also empower them to rise to the occasion. Consider the leaders in history who have faced enormous challenges, people like Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King Jr., or even the everyday leaders who face personal trials and obstacles. These individuals didn't lead through the power of their words alone. They led by the strength of their actions, by the example they set in the face of hardship. They showed others that it was possible to overcome adversity with courage, patience, and perseverance. And by doing so, they inspired countless others to stand tall and face their own struggles with the same resilience. As a leader, your influence is not just limited to the immediate tasks at hand. Your behavior shapes the culture of the environment you create, whether it's in a workplace, a team, or a community. When you act with integrity and strength, you encourage others to do the same. People are watching you, your team, your colleagues, your friends, and even those you don't know personally. They are learning from the way you handle adversity, the way you maintain focus, and the way you keep moving forward despite the odds. Leadership through example is not about being perfect, it's about being real. It's about showing vulnerability, admitting when things are tough, and being honest about your struggles. But it's also about showing that despite those struggles, you are still moving forward. You don't have to have all the answers or know exactly what the future holds. What matters is that you keep moving, even when the path isn't clear. By doing so, you demonstrate to others that it's okay to struggle and that persistence, not perfection, is what truly leads to success. When you lead through example, you inspire others to tap into their own strengths. You show them that they too have the capacity to overcome their challenges, no matter how insurmountable they may seem. As you persevere, you are teaching your team not only how to handle adversity, but also how to build resilience, how to stay committed to their goals, and how to support each other along the way. It's through your example that people learn to become leaders themselves. They observe how you navigate difficult situations, how you handle setbacks, and how you maintain focus on the bigger picture. And in doing so, you create a ripple effect. The strength and perseverance you demonstrate in your actions inspire others to act with the same determination, spreading that energy throughout the group, the community, or organization. At the end of the day, leadership isn't about being the loudest voice or the most visible person in the room. It's about the quiet strength of your actions, the way you face challenges, and how you continue to move forward despite adversity. When you lead by example, you create an environment where others feel empowered to do the same. Your leadership becomes a guiding light, showing others that they too can rise above their difficulties and achieve great things one step at a time. Every action you take, every decision you make has the potential to impact others in ways you might not even realize. Your journey, your struggles, and your victories are not isolated experiences. They resonate with those around you. When you choose to persist and remain committed to your goals, your determination and perseverance don't just affect your life, they ripple outward, inspiring and motivating others to take action, to push through their own challenges, and to keep moving toward their own dreams. We often underestimate the power of our influence on others. It's easy to think that the work we're doing is for ourselves alone, that the struggles we face are personal battles that only affect us. But the reality is that our journey can inspire, lift up, and encourage those who are watching. Whether it's family, friends, colleagues, or even strangers, people are observing how you navigate the world and they take cues from your actions. When you choose to persist, even when things get tough, you become a beacon of hope and strength for those who may be going through their own struggles. Imagine the effect of someone you admire persevering through adversity. When you witness someone pushing through challenges with grace and determination, it instills a sense of belief in you. You think, if they can do it, so can I. This kind of inspiration is contagious. It spreads from person to person, creating a collective energy that fuels progress and growth. When you embody persistence and commitment, you not only achieve your goals, but also help others see that their goals are within reach too. Your actions, no matter how small, have the power to create a ripple effect. It's like throwing a pebble into a calm pond. The ripples spread outward, touching everything in their path. When you show up day after day, even when it feels like no one is watching, those around you take notice. They see your commitment, your resilience, and your ability to overcome obstacles, and it encourages them to do the same. It gives them permission to keep going, to keep striving, and to stay focused on their own path, even when the journey feels difficult. This ripple effect isn't just about motivation, it's about creating a community of support and strength. When you persist, you not only inspire others to keep going, but you also create an environment where people can lean on one another. In a community that values persistence and mutual encouragement, individuals are empowered to share their challenges and triumphs, knowing that they are not alone. They see how others push through hard times and rise stronger, and this fosters a sense of solidarity, a collective resilience that makes everyone more capable of achieving their goals. Consider a workplace, for example. When one person steps up, demonstrating commitment to their work and perseverance in the face of challenges, it has a profound impact on the entire team. The collective mindset shifts. When others see their colleague working tirelessly, staying focused, and not giving up despite obstacles, it raises the bar for everyone. This creates a culture of excellence where persistence becomes the norm, not the exception. People begin to understand that success isn't just about talent or luck. It's about dedication and the willingness to keep going even when the going gets tough. The same is true in our personal relationships, whether in our families, among friends, or in our communities. When you persist in your goals, you set an example of strength and determination. Your actions show others that resilience is possible, that setbacks are not failures but stepping stones, and that perseverance is the key to overcoming any challenge. Your example gives others the courage to face their own struggles, knowing that if you can endure, so can they. Moreover, when you remain committed to your goals, even in the face of adversity, you create an environment of shared growth. Those around you begin to see not only your progress, but also their own. As you continue on your journey, they witness your transformation, and in turn, they are inspired to push themselves further, try harder, and reach for higher aspirations. They see your growth and start to believe in their own potential, knowing that their dreams are also achievable if they stay persistent. In this way, your journey becomes more than just a personal achievement, it becomes a catalyst for the success and growth of others. Your determination to persevere doesn't just elevate your life, it elevates the lives of those you touch. And the beauty of this is that it creates a cycle. As you inspire others, they in turn inspire those around them, continuing the ripple effect of motivation, perseverance, and success. Ultimately, the impact you have on others through your actions is immeasurable. By staying committed to your goals, you not only create your own success, but also cultivate a sense of shared strength and purpose in the people around you. You build a community where perseverance is valued, where setbacks are seen as opportunities to grow, and where the belief in each other's potential becomes a source of limitless inspiration. The ripple effect of your commitment spreads far and wide, motivating others to push through their own challenges, knowing that they too have the power to achieve greatness. Greatness is often perceived as a distant, elusive destination. People look at those who have achieved extraordinary things and think of the moment of victory as the pinnacle of success. But the truth is, greatness isn't defined by the end result. It's defined by the process, by the commitment and effort you pour into each step along the way. It's the consistency, the daily decisions to keep moving forward, and the resilience to face challenges head on that ultimately lead to lasting success. Achieving greatness is not about waiting for the perfect moment, the ideal conditions, or the perfect circumstances. It's about showing up day after day, doing the work even when it feels difficult, and choosing to continue the journey even when the results aren't immediately visible. The journey itself is where the transformation happens. It's where you learn, grow, and evolve. The real power lies in the daily decisions to stay the course no matter the setbacks, no matter the doubts, and no matter the challenges you face along the way. Greatness is a process of continuous improvement. It's about making progress, not perfection. Every day, you're given an opportunity to take another step, to push a little further, and to become just a bit better than you were yesterday. The decisions you make in the present moment, the effort you put into your actions, and the perseverance you show during difficult times are what ultimately shape your journey. It's not about waiting for a breakthrough or a moment of recognition. It's about doing the work even when it feels like you're not getting anywhere. The consistency and dedication you maintain during these times are what build the foundation for greatness. The journey toward greatness is filled with challenges. Along the way, there will be moments of doubt, frustration, and fear. There will be times when progress seems slow or when the road ahead feels too uncertain. But these challenges are not roadblocks. They are the very things that shape you, that forge your character, and that prepare you for the success you will eventually achieve. Each obstacle you overcome, each setback you bounce back from, makes you stronger and more resilient. These moments are the training ground for the greatness that lies ahead. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of success being a singular, glorious moment, whether it's winning a championship, receiving an award, or achieving a long held goal. However, true greatness isn't defined by that one moment in time. It's built in the small, often unseen moments of effort, persistence, and determination. It's in the late nights, the hard decisions, and the sacrifices made along the way. It's about putting in the time and energy even when the rewards are not immediate. The end result will come, but it's the process that prepares you for it. Greatness is not about avoiding failure. It's about learning from it. It's about using every setback, every failure, and every challenge as an opportunity to learn, grow, and become better. When you understand that the process itself is where true growth occurs, you begin to embrace failure as a part of the journey. It's not something to fear or avoid. It's something to accept and learn from. Each failure provides valuable lessons that will help you improve and move closer to your goal. The key is to keep going, to keep taking those steps forward no matter what happens along the way. The pursuit of greatness requires discipline. It requires the ability to do the work even when it feels monotonous, even when the results aren't visible. It's about staying consistent, staying focused, and refusing to give up. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who don't is often simply the ability to keep going day after day through the ups and downs. Those who persevere, who keep making the right decisions, who continue to take action, are the ones who eventually achieve lasting success. Greatness also lies in the ability to stay true to your purpose. It's not about following the path that's easiest or most convenient. It's about following the path that aligns with your values, your vision, and your passions. The process of greatness is about staying authentic to who you are, even when the world tries to pull you in different directions. It's about staying grounded in your purpose and using that as a driving force through every challenge and set. Ultimately, greatness is found in the journey, not in the destination. The end result is just a reflection of the work, the effort, and the resilience you've shown along the way. It's in the discipline to keep showing up every day, the courage to face challenges head on, and the commitment to your goals, even when the road gets tough. Greatness isn't a moment in time, it's a lifelong process of growth, learning, and becoming the best version of yourself. When you understand that, you begin to see that the journey itself is the greatest reward.